Hey guys, hey guys, hey, hey. I love my people. Hey party people. What you doing? I'm
Let's
acting crazy.
go.
Let's
Let's
go. See,
go.
I like when my people come in. I like when my people come in. Hey.
Hey, Lilia,
Oh,
say something. Where you at?
where am I at?
No, I'm asking Lilia. She should be in here again.
Oh, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Thank you so much for coming in the room. It is your girl Raquel May David. And I'm super duper excited to be here stalking y'all on this wonderful Monday. Okay. So, y'all know how this goes. For y'all that are new to me, I'm here to make you laugh, learn, engage, implement as much as possible to talk about the world's most famous, effective, efficient AI powered credit repair software known as Dispute Panda. If you guys are new to the room, please drop a one so that I know that newbies are here. If you are not new to the room, there she goes, Jack. She's pulling up to club. She's pulling up to the club. If
Oh,
if you guys are not new to the room, drop a two. What that means is a one means you do not have the Dispute Panda platform, or you may be brand new to credit repair. A two means you do have the platform. And a three means you have the platform, you used it, and you're just here for a quick refresher. Hey, Lily. Is it Lily? Did I say it right?
Lilia.
Lilia. Hey, girl. Hey. Welcome to the room, y'all.
Hey,
Let me put my do not disturber on. Let me put my do not because I be disturbing. Okay. They be disturbing me over here. Y'all, I looked in the mirror and I did my little faux locks, right? I did my little faux locks for my event. And I looked at my head, y'all, and all these grays is just poking up. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Cause I ain't gonna put no color on it either. So y'all gonna see these gray roots and I'm gonna have me a nice little jet black wig. Don't judge my life. Okay. Just know
girl, gray is
I'm gonna let it
pretty. Don't
happen.
even lie. That is pretty.
It
Okay.
child, and it's gonna be there. Look, in my little whiskers. Now, if I have a little gray on my mustache, we gonna have to do something. Okay, I don't have any mustache gray, so I feel like I'm still confident. I'm still good in these streets. But if these eyelashes go gray, y'all gonna have what y'all gonna have. Okay, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, I saw a lady with blue hair right here and a brown attachment piece. If she's bold enough to do it, honey, we all gonna make magic happen. Magic happen. All right, so it's 8 o'clock. Y'all who are new. What I do is I allow an open forum from 8 to 8:10 to give time for people to come in the room. At 8:10, depending on who is in the room, will depend on kind of like how the class goes. Ideally, what we do is we go over the platform from start to finish. That is normally what I do, especially if we have ones in the room that has never used the platforms. But if we have twos and threes, we'll dive into the actual platform, just go over conversations and questions, and kind of have an open forum. So you guys have an open, I am new, info on the community, has it moved yet? Um, so no, I did get a message the other day asking about the community. The community has not moved as of yet. Once it does move, there will be an email that will be sent out letting you guys know where to go. If it's given to us early enough, if it's given to me early enough, because y'all know I be in these streets asking questions, okay? I be in these streets. If they release the information to us prior, which means like if I get it in our meeting on Sunday or I get it in our meeting on Wednesday, then I'll be able to bring it to the platform to let you guys know beforehand. So for that person that's in the question iPhone, I'm sorry I don't know your name. If you want to drop your name in the chat, that's completely fine. But the question is about the Dispute Panda community. So originally we built our community off of Facebook and those other platforms. The reason that we did that was to make it a lot easier that we can control the material and no one can pull it down or say we're in violation or whatever the case may be. And we wanted to create a holistic community. So the Dispute Panda community is up. You can see the community. The problem is it's maxed out to where you can't comment in the community. Is that correct? Loyalty tax, honey. You can see it, right? You just can't comment in it, correct? Okay. You can't see it at all either. I'm gonna have my assistant check it out.
Said there's no getting into the club. It's not even a club. It's a mob tie now. At this point, you can't see nothing. You can't know nothing. It is as soon as you Soon as you try to go in there, go.
Katrina, come get your friend. Come get your friend. Come get your friend.
No.
So the community is all in one, my love. So for you to get into the pro, you have to be in the regular community. You're not going to be able to get into the pro or the regular community until we have moved platforms. Now we are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so you can go to those rooms to get support, but holistically the community has reached a capacity. Club close, the party mashup, right? The party mashup. So right now they say that the fire marshals came, okay, and it said that we could only have 800 people and we had 855. They telling us
fire marshal and the health department came.
They came and kicked us out. So as soon as the platform has been moved, we will make it our business to communicate it. And if they get it done over the weekend, then you guys will have the information live on Monday. If not, it will then roll out once it's available. So right now, I just know that we're working on the platform. We don't have a definitive answer as of yet. What questions do you have, iPhone? You got to come off mute, sugar pudding. Y'all like these nicknames? If y'all don't like it, I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay, I'm Caribbean. Everybody sugar pudding to me. Everybody luscious Lolita to me. I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead, iPhone. You could unmute. Hold on. Let me go ahead and send you that message. What questions do you have, my love?
Hey, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So this is my first time on here and I have a ton of questions. So tonight, what is tonight calls about?
So on the Dispute Panda calls on Monday and Wednesday, we go over the basic platform. We talk about if you are brand new to the game, we're going to start from the ground level, which is going through what Dispute Panda offers. How does it work? We actually go into the system and we create an account live on the call. We also go ahead and load a client in and we do the first round of letters. So it's literally from start to finish in the platform. If you have questions on credit repair or if you have basic general questions that the system has answers for, then we go ahead and go over that together. I'm gonna need y'all to stop coming out of this room and come back in. Y'all know my sugar high, my pressure low, okay?
Good deal. Also, let me know what the rules and regulations are. I can't come back in and off. What if somebody call me?
No, I'm joking. I'm just saying that because Jack done left and he came back with a plate. Okay, Jack left and came back with a plate.
Jack, you gotta stay here for a second. So your name is Rachel, correct? Rachel. So the question I have for you here. So I know you guys just now. I'm not sure how long the pro version. You guys have the pro version. So the regular version you guys have, if I have, let's say 10 clients, do I have to upgrade that subscription to the pro, or I can still use the 10 client? I can still use the regular. I just can't have like the portal, the client portal access and all the integrations like with Zapier and things of that nature. But other than that, if I got my clients now, let's say my funding clients that need credit repair, I can just send them through the process, put their money in, and just pay for the rounds in attack, and pretty much go from there.
You got it.
I'm trying. Did I have any other questions? Okay,
take your time, honey. I'm gonna be here all day.
The affiliate program. So I see you guys got like a Dino Credit or something like that. Because I'm signing people with Identity IQ. I'm trying to see should I. So is it a recurring affiliate as they pay monthly, or is it just a one-time commission?
Every month you get paid it. So on the basic level, the lowest payout is $8. The maximum payout is $22. If you have 10 clients, as long as they're on the platform and they're using Credit Dino, the benefit is there are two benefits. Number one is you get your $8. Number two, your rounds of attack are free. So if you have 10 clients, and let's say you being a funding expert, let's say your goal is to get them to the money, to the bag, right? You can have them use Credit Dino. That way their monthly expenses are completely free for you to generate the actual rounds of attack. And then you're able to go ahead and say on the back end, I'll collect whatever it is I'm collecting on the back end, but you're still making $8 every single month.
Okay, got you. So
having the credit monitoring.
Wow. And you saying the attack is going to be free based off that?
Because they're using Credit Dyno, their attacks are free. So today, when I go through the platform,
Yeah.
I'm going to be showing you how to how to do a dispute completely free because I'm using
All
Credit
right.
Dyno.
Okay, good deal. I'm just sit back and just be a a sponge right now. Thank you.
My pleasure. You got my now. Listen, this is an interactive forum, okay? I ain't fin here
Okay.
to bore y'all, okay? I'm very excited, but I need y'all engaged. I need y'all to
Oh,
engage.
I'm gonna give you my 100% focus, but like I say, don't I'm be in and out a little bit as well. But okay, thank you.
No problem. It's my pleasure. Sorry, my daughter just texted me. I don't know why she bothering me. See, this is why you
Are you
put your phone
fine?
on Do Not Disturb. See, no,
Uh,
no,
Family come
but
first.
yeah,
I got a son. They don't listen to me. They understand. They should go listen to me. I don't even want to hear that.
it's the fact that they could slide in under that Do Not Disturb. They be
Uh,
sliding. They be sliding, flipping, gymnastics all around these daggone Do Not Disturb, all because she want her cell phone bill paid. Y'all want a daughter? She on sale. I'll pay y'all. Like she know how to cook and clean. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, love. What questions do you? Is it Shakita?
Shatika, yeah, it's my first
Shatika.
time
All
here.
right. Hey, love. Hey, how can I help?
Yeah, so are you saying Credit Dino or Credit Dynamo?
Credit Dyno.
Yeah, and so quick question about someone has a business and their business debt is on their personal. Is this a good platform to use to do letters on, and what's the turnaround to try to get that disputed, like that business debt off of their personal credit report?
So that's a great question. So let me be transparent. There's no turnaround time that I can give you that's going to be completely accurate because credit repair is not a guaranteed process, right?
Sure,
What
sure.
I can tell you is that most of my clients see results within the first 14 to 35 days based on me utilizing the system. However, it depends on the type of account that's on there. It depends on is it first party, second party, or first party, third party, let's call it that. There's a lot of factors with it being processed, but if you're using this platform to dispute the debt, whether it's business or personal, if you're using the platform to dispute their personal credit report, it can be done. However, if you're trying to dispute their business, the system is not integratable with the business FICO, with the business model at this present time. So if the business account is on its personal, like for instance, you know how Capital One likes to show up on the
Right.
personal side, yes, you would still be able to see it as long as it's on its personal credit report. If it's impacting your client negatively, you will be able to dispute that profile. How quickly it will come off, I can't really tell you because it all depends on how late, what's the statute of liability, like of collectability, like all of those things plays a factor. And also what is the discrepancies that are there, because the system does use Metro 2 as well, which is using the coding system that the FICO team uses to actually schedule the actual collections, right? So all of the codes that are on the report are actually going to be pulled off and created for the letter that's going to go out. But on average, I've seen results between 15 and about 45 days.
So it's just a regular letter, because I'm totally new to this. This is a regular letter that says this is a business debt, not a personal debt, and
Nope.
it's automatic. Oh no. Okay.
Nope. Not at all. None of the letters say, well, let me clarify. From what I've worked on, and I've had clients who've had business debt on the credit on the personal side, it doesn't state that it's a business debt or not. Again, if we're using Metro 2, Metro 2 is using the coding information that's on the credit report to make sure that the filing and basically what's on the credit report is being reported correctly. So we're not just disputing the payment history, we're not just disputing the balances, we're disputing the coding and the designation of the debt as well. So it's using two different options.
Sure.
And if you do regular, like if you have done credit repair in the past and you have your own letters, you can actually leverage the letters you have in the software as well for your client.
And Dispute Panda?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. So just to clarify, because I don't want to confuse anyone, Dispute Panda is the software in which the dispute letters are generated. Credit Dyno is the credit monitoring software that was built for Dispute Panda. So the benefits of Credit Dyno is that it gives your clients the full 7-year report, where a majority of the other credit monitoring softwares only give you your client's history for the last 2 years. So you're able to have a full conversation with your client out the gate. It also gives you the account health, so you can see what the payment history look like. You can see what the utilization looks like. And if you're using Credit Dyno as the credit monitoring system, you are not paying for any dispute letters for your client. So organically, because where I normally start off my training is on the pricing point, regardless of what platform you're on, if you're not using Credit Dyno as a credit monitoring software, you have to pay $17 per client per round. If you're using Credit Dyno as the credit monitoring software, you're not paying for the round of disputes at all. Every 35 days, you get a free round of dispute as long as your client is paying for the credit monitoring system.
How long has this been around, Dispute Panda, and you've been with them?
I have been, oh, that's a great, I've been with them for a while, honey. Hold on. Look, let me go back in time.
I'm just
Hold
trying
on.
to see how does it stack up to other credit systems in terms of like, I guess, timeliness of credit repair.
So I've been doing credit repair for 19 years, and I've left all of the other softwares that I have used in the past. I have been, so I originally started talking about Dispute Panda before there was even a pro, when there was only the free option where you only paid $17 and before Credit Dyno was even created.
Mm-hmm.
So I started coaching September of 2023, but I was using the platform prior to that.
Okay.
So I've personally gotten results and I'm going to be transparent because I like to keep it a buck with everybody on here. When I first started and they dropped the pro, I did not switch over to pro because the letters and the sequences that I had created, because I do track my letters and how everything goes out, I elected to say, you know what, I'm cool on it. I'm not going to pro. When they created Credit Dyno for the pro and they gave you the additive of one, you're getting the dispute letters for free. And then the second option with Credit Dyno is you also get creditor letters. So now I'm getting letters that are going to go to the credit bureaus, and I'm getting specific letters that are going to go to the actual creditors. So Capital One, Wells Fargo, Santander, I'm getting letters that are going to go to them as well. That is when I shift over to the pro. But prior to that, my first like 7 months or 6 months of using the platform, I was getting results of anywhere from 50 to 60 points within the first 45 days. I want to also mention that I'm a little bit different because when I support my clients, I'm going to go through like a mini consultation. I tell my clients where they lacking. Like, I need you to know where the problem is, because yeah, my letters are great, but there's also behaviors you need to do on the back end, right? So I do both. So like on the low end, my clients before this system came into play, on the low end, I was seeing a 20-point increase, right? So now I'm seeing double that on a regular, like I want to say 87% of my clients when I looked at my numbers. So I definitely tell everyone that I mentor and everyone that I work with, like, track your stuff so you can see what's going, which letter is working for which creditor, right? So that you'll be able to kind of see what's going on. Plus, I'm also aggressive. I do add litigation into my sequence for my clients as well. So all of that plays a part of it. But as far as the system goes, when all I was doing was the system and I did not have the pro and all I had was the free version, I was still seeing results with the free platform.
Thank
and
you.
I've been coaching since September of 2023. Ooh, I'm a little vintage over here. It's my pleasure, my love. Any other questions for you?
No, you're very thorough.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. So, any other questions? I know we a little bit over. My assistant just walked in, so I'm super excited. She can help.
Yeah, I have
Any
one
other
more
questions,
question.
guys?
Yeah.
What questions you got, my love?
Oh yeah, so I was gonna ask you. I just heard you mention the Metro 2 compliance. You guys, the letters do generate in that form? You on mute?
My bad. The letters do generate with Metro 2 coding.
Okay, so that's okay. Gotcha. So it do generate mentor too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good deal. Thank you.
My pleasure. Great question. Great questions. Okay. So I think since we have different segments here, let me ask this before I start coaching. How many people are brand new to credit that's in the room? Drop a 1 if you're brand new to credit altogether. Okay. Hey, boo. I love when I get the newbie. Yes. Okay. All right. So with that being said, for y'all that are vintage credit people that are going to know certain verbiage, y'all have to understand that I'm going to take time. We have to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So we are going to talk about we're going to kind of go through this in different levels. Okay, she just jumped in. Hold on. Sorry, my assistant just came on. All right, cool beans, y'all. So let's get started here. We are going to share desktop 2. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
I can see it.
Wonderful, wonderful, darling. All right. So I like to I'm going to cover pricing, I'm going to cover training, and I'm going to cover contacts. Once we get into the system, I will go ahead and go through all of the settings, all of the panels on the side, and we are going to dive in. You guys can stop me at any point to ask any questions that you need. If I am loquacious, please understand, y'all. I talk too much. It's okay. It's my bad. But if you guys need something and I'm getting a little long-winded, you can raise your hand. You can drop it in the chat. I will make it my business that I read the chat in betwixt so I can answer everyone's questions that y'all may have. All right. If I start sweating, don't worry about it. I'm just a little hot because these lights is real. These lights is real. All right. With that being said, let's dive in. Pricing. So one thing I love about Dispute Panda, unlike a lot of the other softwares that I have had the privilege to work with, I have actually hold on one second because my camera person is trying to mess up my camera, y'all. Hold on. Can you leave my camera alone, anime? I'm trying to center it like it's supposed to be. See what I'm saying? You can't get no good help around here. All right. So Dispute Panda is 100% pay as you go credit disputing system. What that means is that when you sign up for this platform, unlike other platforms, you have a monthly overhead. Well, if you're not needing a CRM, which is a client relationship manager, which has the portals where you can communicate back and forth with your client, you're just needing a place to dispute the letters and store your client's information, you are in the right place. The free platform is just that. It is free 99 every single month. The only thing that you are paying for is to generate the actual disputing letters to the 3 major credit reporting agencies. Please bear in mind that the cost for that is $17 for all 3 letters, okay? If you are choosing to have a platform and have the integration and have the contracts and have have the contracts, have your merchant service connected, like have all of the bells and whistles, then you want to go ahead and upgrade to the pro version. Okay. The pro version is $1 for 14 days, then $197 thereafter, or you can pay for the full year's package. It's completely up to you as to which one is feasible. To answer, just in case, because I know some people came a little bit late, one of the best questions of today that was asked was, if I have like 10 clients or 20 clients, do I need to upgrade? No, you do not. You can have unlimited clients in this software. If you just want to dispute with the 3 major credit bureaus, you have the ability to do that. Jack, I'm finna I'm finna come get you. He done got spaghetti and Jack acting up. Jack is not new. Okay. So this is the software
Jack,
itself.
stop acting up.
Somebody need to tell him because he don't know how to act. If you do pay for the year, you have the ability to get 2 months completely free. And that's basically the platform itself. Now, on today, I'm going to show you how to dispute the rounds completely free because I will be using Credit Dyno as my credit monitoring software for my test client. So you guys will be seeing me from start to finish actually work a file in the system itself. Okay. So that's number 1. The next thing that I'm going to jump to is the training. This is imperative if you're brand new, if you fall off the system and jump back in. at the very top of the training platform, before you scroll down or up, depending on which kind of computer you on, y'all, you want to go ahead and click on free download. The free download gives you the actual current attack that the system is utilizing to go ahead, based on what has been beta tested, okay, to go ahead and help you dispute attacks for your particular client. Now, I want to point out that we did have a different attack flow, and I'm going to actually bring it up. Hold on. Dispute Panda Guide. Boom. So this was the old attack flow. The old attack flow was black, white, red, blue. Okay. The reason why we have a new attack flow that was in the system was because Credit Dyno was created for Dispute Panda. The data points and the tracking of what letters have been working, what letters have been creating the most, as Liz Simpson says, massive movement forward. The system, we created an actual new blueprint that was less confusing, because a lot of people were confused with, do I do the red attack? Do I do the blue attack? Which one is the best one? And the reality of the situation was all of them were good. If you guys are using the old attack, like I sometimes still do, I normally stay on the red attack if I am trying to get someone in and out of the program really quickly, because they may just need like a quick 30 to 40 point increase. Or I might use the blue attack if I have someone a little bit more time, like we're doing a housing and things of that nature. Now, that does not state that the new attack does not work, because it does. The new attack flow still works. I tested it out myself. The reason that this was created was for twofolds. Number one, people were like, when do I dispute with the secondary bureau? So we added that flow as to when you should be disputing with the other credit reporting agencies. When should you dispute with the CFPB? And also, we gave you an option on how to dispute without doing certified mail. So when you go to the training tab, before you watch the wonderful videos that Dominique Brown has laid out for us, that breaks everything down for you, I want you to click on the free download and save it to your computer so that you have accessibility to it. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
So there's no need for certified letters with this system because everything is done electronically.
Everything is not done electronically, but there is no need for certified mail. Just for transparency, when I was doing this program before, I don't send out certified rounds until round 3. That was my policy. I only did it on round 3 and round 6. However, when he created the software, he did do it on round 1 and round 7. So with this new flow, however, you don't need to do it certified mail at all. You can choose to do so, but it's not required.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So that was a 2 dispute. So before you go, when you go to training, I want you to make sure you click on it. Great question. So the question in the chat is, how much is Credit Dyno? So Credit Dyno with your affiliate link is only $29.99. Without your affiliate link, it's $39.99. So your client would pay $10 less getting your affiliate link, and you still make $8, and you get a credit of $17, which means you're now ahead by 25 bucks per client. All right.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can you
No, you're good.
explain how would you get the $17?
The $17 is given to you every single time you import the credit report. So every 35 days that you import the credit report, actual credit is given to you in real time.
Oh, cool. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. So the credit is given to the client that has it. So if you have a husband and wife, the wife has Credit Dyno, the husband has Identity IQ. The wife is the only one that's going to earn the credit. It don't matter that they married. That's nice. That's cute. Each person, the credit is given in the actual system specifically to the person who earned that credit. So as long as they're on the Credit Dyno, you will automatically get that $17 credit that will be assigned to that client, and you can use it. And I'll show you guys where you can find that when we get into the system. Any other questions on training so far? Great questions, guys. All righty. Welcome to the room. Is it Elda? Dex? Is it Jamia? If it's Jamia, that's a cute name. Even if it's not, it's still a cute on paper, girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the room. All right. I don't see any private chats, so we're good to go. All right. The next part that we're going to cover is contact. So if you guys have questions, concerns, or comments, and you're like, listen, I need to get help, I would love to say that I'm here 24 hours a day, but I'm not. Okay. I'm I'm here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the pro people. Our customer service team, though, info at Dispute Panda, is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they can be reached by simply coming here or by sending them an email. What I like to go ahead and do is I always like to drop you guys different tips. So as we go through anything that can make your life and your work easier, I'm definitely going to go ahead and give it to you. So one of the things that I utilize is loom.com, loom.com. The reason that I'm dropping this in the chat is because let's say you're having a system glitch. The system is not working, or you're trying to import clients from a different software into this particular software. You actually are having a problem. You can take a video of what's going on. It gives you a shareable link. You would drop the shareable link right here. Once they click on the actual link, you will get an email that says your video has been watched. So that way you can gauge what's the turnaround time in order for them to get back to you. Reasonable turnaround time. Normally I hear back from them within a couple of hours. But again, I work late nights, y'all, because I am they call me the 9 to 5 coach. So I normally am up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning working files for my clients. But this is a great tool that you use. It's free. I actually use the Loom account because it gives me the ability to also create videos for my clients. So I do client update videos. I send that to them. So that way, if they want to book a call, we're getting straight into what's going on because I've already sent them the information as to what they needed to work on when I did their recap call, right? So like, hey, I'm so excited. Here's your updated scores. Boom. Here's the video. They can watch it. And then in that email, I kind of send them my booking calendar for current clients. So this is just a quick workaround that I like to give to everyone that comes in. And like I said, it's free 99. Okay. Um, let me click over here. If you have general questions, like you just have system questions, partnership questions, press questions, whatever, you can come in here and put that information in, and the team will go ahead and get it over to the right person that can delegate and support moving forward. So we've covered the pricing, we've covered free versus pro, we've covered training, we've covered contacts. Any questions before I set up my dummy account today, my test account today? Thank you. No questions? No questions? All right. So we're going to sign up for free. Does anyone have a question? Yes, you can watch the replay on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you type in Dispute Panda, you'll see my lovely face, Dominique's lovely face. So just us sitting here dipping and doing, and you'll be able to catch any questions that we had previously. Great question.
I have a question for you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No need to apologize. What questions you got, my love?
So let's say if I had a platform that I use in my other business for hosting my clients, can I integrate it to Dispute Panda?
If you have the pro.
If I have the pro, only with the pro.
The pro gives
Gotcha.
you the Zapier integration. If you do not have the Zapier integration, there's no way to integrate it with any other platforms.
Okay.
Yep. Great question.
Jack, why you turned to a bunny rabbit? Jack the rabbit? What's going on? No, I'm asking Jack why you turned to a bunny rabbit.
Jack be acting up.
Okay.
Jack is team too much. Hey, Jack.
I thought that would be funny.
Why is your mouth moving when you do that?
Jack is so probably that's my boo. All right, so let's go ahead and sign up. So what I am going to tell you guys is if you're signing up for the platform, one of the things that I need you to remember is that you cannot have the same name or the same email address as the owner as well as the user. I always recommend anyone who's signing up for this project, especially if you're brand new to credit repair, y'all, please, like in real time, put yourself in the system so that you can see what the letters look like, especially if you have credit repair or if you have to work on your credit. I like to tell this story. I tell it all the time. My accountability partner, her credit score was high. She knew because she went through the bank. She was never late on paying anything. And she was in the software and she was like, "Oh, I don't understand why the letters look like this, or why is this letter saying this?" Like, she had all these questions, and then her clients would have questions for her, and she didn't necessarily have the answer because she had never put herself through the system, right? And I was like, "Why aren't you in the system so you could be the first client?" I get that your credit score is great, but a lot of people, and again, I'm a different credit repair coach, y'all. I look at the whole entire report. The reason that I do is because oftentimes we get stuck on the score. And I'm telling you from experience, I've had people who had a 723 credit score as their min number and they were getting declined. Okay. I have gotten people approved that had a 580, a 560, a 590, and I've gotten them into houses. Okay. Because of what their report looks like. And I kept saying this to my friend, kept saying this to my AP. And finally, my AP, I don't know, listened to me. And when she went and pulled her credit report, she realized how many ways they spelled her name. They spelled her name like 17 different ways, y'all, on her credit report. She was livid. But this was something that is an easy fix because the system has the answer for you. But I was like, babe, sis, sugar pudding. You would have known this had you had put yourself in the software so you could have seen how many letters get printed out. Because bear in mind, you have absolutely no collections, right? So she still had like a good 7 or 8 letters just from inquiries and her personal information alone. So imagine what those letters are going to look like for a client that has collection, has charge off, has bankruptcy, has repos, has evictions. All of those things are going to be impactful for your clients. So I always recommend that you add yourself into the system. What I will also tell you is that you need to have 2 different email addresses. Okay. So one for the owner, one for the user. Let's see what name we're going to come up with today. We're going to pick one today. Okay. The phone numbers can be the same because the system does not have an issue with the phone number. If you have a business, you'd put your business name in there. If you do not, please do not fret. All you would have to do is it'll automatically default to your actual name, your full first and last name. You do want to click here, click the box by signing up that you agree to the terms and conditions. I like discounts. I like alerts. I like exclusivity. Okay. So I'm going to click the button that says send me special offers because I'm special. Okay. So I need the offers to be specially for me. It's completely up to you if you want to check that box or not. The next screen that you're going to jump to is going to have the information on what the service looks like, what you are expected to do with Dispute Panda, what Dispute Panda expects you to do with them. I'm not going to read this today, but you definitely want to read it. Once you click the button, it's going to open up to the back page. This black bar is going to come on the dashboard. Now, because y'all can see I'm using a generic email address, y'all, I won't be able to verify. I will still be able to utilize a system, but best practice is for you to verify your email within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. On the main dashboard, I'm going to go through some drip money, and I'm going to go through what the dashboard offers you. So at the top, you can search your clients. You do have to put at least 3 characters in order for it to pull the clients up. You have the round option, the missing document option, the birthdays for you to see in your clients. Okay. This report basically tracks what's happened over the month. If you are looking to earn drip money as a referral partner, you can go ahead and click on the referral link. What will end up happening is it'll give you the opportunity to hit accept. And once the referral option comes in, you will get your own affiliate link. So if y'all are like me and I go to CreditCon, I go to InvestFest, I go to CardCon, I go to real estate conventions, I go to auto dealership conventions, I even go over to the school. If there are teachers that are looking to come into the credit repair space, I will give them my affiliate link so that they will have accessibility to come in under me, and I earn free credits just from them signing up, right? So it's not live right now. They will be reopening the affiliate link, but you want to go ahead and sign up. So once it gets reopened, you will get an email with your own affiliate link on there. If you want to upgrade to Pro, you can click on the Pro upgrade. It will go ahead and take you in, tell you all the wonderful features that you get, and I'll show you some of them as well. If you want to become a Credit Dino affiliate, you simply click Become an Affiliate. You plug in the information here, and then you'll be able to go ahead and get your affiliate link. What I like to do is on the first, today's the 15th. Nate, did we drop that? Did we drop that? We're gonna have to check my Instagram. I don't know if I dropped it, but normally I drop a text on the 1st, the 15th, and the 30th asking my clients have they checked their credit report. Actually, on Instagram, I did drop something about Credit Dino because I was explaining the benefits of Credit Dino in comparison to Smart Credit, Identity IQ, My Score IQ, and things of that nature. Okay. So that is something that you can do. Have your community go ahead and follow. Just drop your link, put it in your link tree, so that they know how to go ahead and sign up, right? So that is what covers the dashboard. Any questions on the dashboards before we move on? No, no questions. All right. Let me see. Let me see. All right. So now we're going to go to the clients. If you're wanting to see your active clients, your inactive clients, import your clients, or add a new client, this is where you would go ahead and see all that information. I'll get into adding a new client once we start loading our test client in, but this is where you would see all the information. If you're wanting to switch from one platform to this platform, or for iPhone user, I don't know your name, honey, but iPhone user says he has another database. So let's say he has another database with the client's information on it. Instead of him importing the clients one by one or doing it manually, he can create a CSV file from his other database and then pull it over here and drop it in so that he'd be able to have all that full client list on active for him to leverage. Okay.
Just updated my name. I'm not sure why I don't show.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mac.
You're
Return
welcome.
of the Mac. Here it is. I was listening to that today. Never mind. I'm sorry. Don't block me. Okay. So, so the letter tablet lets you see any letters that have gone out with your clients. If you click on the Panda guide, I like to cover this on our call. Number one, any letters that are generated in the system. So to clarify, if you are generating letters within the system will automatically assume that you are downloading the system, downloading the letters and mailing it out yourself. You have to tell the system to mail the letters out for you. I will show you exactly how to do that once we get to that segment. But if you're having the system mail the letters out for you, then you have to understand that the cutoff time is 12 p.m. West Coast time. Okay, where Tupac and them was over there. Okay, Snoop Dogg and all of them. It's West Coast time. If you send the letters after 12 p.m. PST, then the letters are not going to go out till the next business day. Okay. The only way for you to have tracking on the letters is for you to do certified mail. Again, the flow that is currently active does not require certified mail. The old flow does have a certified mail sequence, and I'm going to drop both of those options in the chat so you guys can go ahead and leverage whichever flow is best for you. Okay. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like once we generate the client in the system. The inbox is a pro feature where you have the ability to see the communications from the clients and all of the good stuff. The reports is this. Let me show you guys what the reports look like. And I like the reports. Like I said, I have the pro version now. I like the reports because as you are making deletions, as you are getting things removed for your clients, you can leverage this and actually turn it into a shareable social media post that you will be able to show your client information, your not your client information, your company information, your phone number, and you can actually post it on your social media, right? And this way it gives you the ability for you to have a free flowing conversation about the pros, the cons, what this client did. And it's not only on the company level. When you have the pro version, it's also on the client level. So for every single client, when you do an update, you have the ability to go ahead and generate this information, so you can have the total dollars deleted for your client, the total score improvements, what's been the total deletion. Like, you will have that accessibility as well. So that's what shows up in the reports. The subscription tab allows you to create onboarding forms, integrate your payment system, as well as collect payments and in the subscription tab. Go ahead, Brandy. What questions do you have, my love?
I'm so sorry to interrupt you while you're, going through this. I noticed that you're talking to people that are like credit repair agents, and I'm not. I'm just a regular old person trying to fix my own credit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just wanted to see, is this the right meeting I need to be in, or is there another meeting, or am I going to be able to follow along with this one?
So if you're repairing, so I always say, before you help anyone else, your family, your friends, your cousin, even the girl down the street that you don't like, before you help anyone else, you want to start with yourself. So this platform can be used for an individual if you're wanting to repair your
Okay.
own credit, or it can be
What's
used
up,
to service
Joey?
other people.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. All righty. Thank you. Sorry about
My
that.
pleasure. Great question.
What
No,
is
no,
up,
you are
Joey? What's up?
Oh, welcome to the room, Joey. Looks like Jack said, hey, hey, y'all, hey. All right. So with that being said, I want this. Yeah. So Brandy's good. Brandy has a great question. If you guys are doing this for yourself, this is still a great platform for you to utilize. The only difference is, if you're doing it as a company, if you decide that you fix your own credit and you're like, hey, I want to help other people, you can use the same exact software to do that as well. Okay, so I don't want you to feel stuck or limited. This gives you a whole way for you to make some nice drip money while you're being magical and mystical. Okay. So the subscription tab, set up payments, set up order forms, integrate your payment services with your merchant service. The training and contact tab takes you back to the training platform and takes you back to the contact us platform. The next thing that I'm going to do is jump into the settings tab. You can get there two ways. You can jump into balance, or you can click on these three dots and click on settings. Either way, you're going to get to the same system. When you go into your settings, the very first thing that you're going to see is your profile. It's going to have the username for the platform. It's going to have your email, basically your user email address, your phone number. You can add your photos, but for transparency, if you're on the free platform, no one sees your photo, just you. But if you have that fire pic, go ahead and drop it. Okay, go ahead and drop it. If you decide to switch over and you're like, okay, I'm going to make this a business, or for those of you that are doing this as a business because you are doing business funding, or you're doing real estate, whatever other activity, taxes, and you want to integrate it, you can go ahead and upgrade. You can use your logo. You can add your website, your privacy policy, business address. Does anyone need a contract? Let me know if any, because I know that we're changing over the platform. If anyone needs a contract, just comment one, and I'll drop the contract in the chat so you guys can have it. Okay. All right, here we go. I like when y'all are quick on your feet now. I like it. I like it. That's a sample contract. Please, please, please. I have a mentorship program. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Everyone's contract, depending on your state, is going to be different. This is a simple sample contract. You want to do your due diligence to find out what is required per your state to be included in your contract. Some states, they do want you to send your contract to them when you are a CRO. CRO is a credit reporting organization, okay? A credit repair organization. So if this contract is just that. It's a bare bones sample, simple contract for you to utilize. How do you get into my mentorship program? My mentorship program is $37 a month. We're supposed to only meet twice a month, but I want y'all to have all the good juju. So we normally meet on Tuesdays, and then we have a work room at least one Tuesday a month, because my team, the people in the class has already told me I love that. He said, I want to be down like Brandy. That was my friend. Okay. That was my girl back in the day. But my team has told me that they like to have 2 different days. Some people are available during the week and some people are available on the weekends. So we normally have a coaching class on Tuesday and then we have another one on Saturday. It is $37 a month. For you to be in it. It has on-demand already trainings that have already been completed and contacts for you to have access to it. Don't worry about it. Saturday at 11 a.m. we will have another class, Trina. So it's a workroom on Saturday. We're not doing anything tomorrow because tomorrow I have to catch up on my clients because yeah, I just had the TV media tour and all that other stuff that was going on, y'all. So your girl is a little backed up. So we're not going to have anything this Tuesday, but next Tuesday we do have a speaker, and the Tuesday after that we have a speaker as well. So that information is in the chat. Sorry, where was I? Who do they want us to send the contract to? So if you're doing credit repair as a, hold on one second for me. Give me one second. Oh, get out my office while I'm training. Sorry. The contracts go to the customer. So by law, if your client signs up for credit repair, for you, they're supposed to have a contract. And the contract is according to CROA, the contract says that you're supposed to let them know how much you're charging them. You're supposed to give them information such as what are the schedule fees. So like my contract has the power of attorney in there. It has authorization for me to use their actual results. I don't use their names, but I do use their results. My contract also has my schedule fee. I have one contract that used to be monthly. I'm switching from a monthly to a pay per delete option. So now I have a pay per delete contract that has my schedule fees on it as to what it's going to cost for which item, like if it's a public record versus an inquiry. But that contract is supposed to go to any client that is signing up with your program. You keep a copy, they keep a copy. And I think depending on what state you're in, it's like 2 years. I personally keep them for 7 years because I don't know, like the IRS. I like to make sure I CYOA myself. Okay. Okay. So not to the state. No, some states, again, I don't live in one of those states, but some states require that you send a copy of your contract that you are going to be sending to your client in order for you to be approved to be a credit repair organization. So that's why you have to do the research depending on what your state is as to what you need to do to be in compliance, to be an operational in compliance credit repair organization.
And what organization do you reach out to per state? I know you got like the Department of Revenue in each state. So what department would that be?
Secretary of State should have that information for you.
Okay, Secretary of State. Okay. Mm-hmm. And also, it was a question that I meant to ask that I forgot to. It got skipped over. But
what's the question?
With the $200 with the 197 the pro package, do it have like a white label for our own business, like for our clients?
So I want to clarify that when you sign up for the 197, the only thing that the client sees is this. So I want to show you what it looks like as the client portal. It doesn't say anything about Dispute Panda. This is what the client portal looks like for them.
Oh, safe client access. Okay. And so also as well.
Right. So your company information will be there, your logo, whatever you put in under that organization tab is what your client is going to see.
All right, good deal. And also we'll be able to see the live results as well as the credit profile get updated and all the positive results, like you said, we can use for social media branding. And that's for the pro. The regular version don't have that?
Nope.
All right, good deal. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Great question. Great question. All right. Any other questions? All right. So next thing I'm gonna go to is team members. So I have a wonderful niece over here. She's so amazing. She is one of my assistants. She knows how to do credit repair. Okay. So one of the things I do is I don't like to share my passwords because I was the only child for 10 years, and then my mama had to teach me how to share. I don't know how to do that. So because I don't want to give out my passwords, you can put the person in here, give them the email, they can create their own password so they have accessibility to the platform. Point blank period. You don't have to worry about anything. The affiliate links. I do like to give a quick update. At this present time, anyone who is using Smart Credit as a credit monitoring software, the integration is broken. They have changed their HTML code, and because of that, we are not able to pull Smart Credit integration into the actual platform. So if you guys have clients that are using Smart Credit, just for transparency, you might want to double them over to Credit Dino because they're changing their formula on the back end, and it's causing havoc in our system. Right now, the MyScore IQ is still working, and the Identity IQ is still fine. But I do want to be transparent and let you guys know we know that there's a disconnect. We are trying to find a workaround, but at this present time, it is not there. So right now, the 3 active, effective, and efficient platforms are Identity IQ, MyScore IQ, and Credit Dino. Please remember, Credit Dino gives you a free round of attack, so I will always push it because I'm your pusher man. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Now, the disputing tab, y'all may not know, but there are anywhere from 7 to 15 different addresses for the actual credit reporting agencies. If for some reason you get letters that come back and it's coming back from, let's say, Experian 9706, and you want to say, okay, I want to start sending letters there, you can come in, change the address, and now the letters will print to that particular address. You do not have to change it. That is something that I do for my clients. That is a method or a tactic that you can leverage in credit repairs, changing where you're sending the letters to month after month, or you can send it to all the addresses that are applicable for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Just remember, if you guys are doing this as a business, that you're charging what it costs, because that paper, that ink, and that toner ain't no joke. All right. But you can change the addresses here. The billing tab, that's where you can go to add your dedicated payment platform. If you are
Do you know
doing,
what an eco printer is?
do I know? Yeah, I have an eco printer.
That's the one that I like the eco printers because then you don't gotta waste money on cartridges every week.
Yeah, I have a brother. I love my brothers. It's an amazing one. I did say that if we ended up moving, that I was going to get one like they have at the offices so that it could mass print, and then it could also do my envelopes at the same time, like as far as like
Oh yeah.
collate everything. So if my husband decides to bless me with a move, that's gonna be the next buy. But yeah, Eco is great. I have 2 printers in the office only because I do have a lot of clients, and because I do outsource for other companies, it makes it a lot easier for me to just run. So I'll run like all of one client under one and then do the others. For transparency, y'all, it don't matter if it's colored or not. It don't matter if it's colored or not. Okay. Um, what was I going to say? Okay. So if you are wanting to add money onto the platform, so some people say, well, if I'm using Credit Dino and it's free, why would I add money onto the platform? If you're wanting the system to mail the letters out for you, you need money on the platform because you're going to pay for the ink that they're going to use. You're paying for the toner they're going to use. You're paying for the paper they're going to use. You're paying for that activity to be done in-house. So you need to have money there. Also, these letters here that say static letters that go to the other credit reporting agencies, such as LexisNexis, Innovis, LCI, those letters you have to have at least $1 in your bucket for that letter to be generated. The letters are free, but you have to have at least $1 in the system for you to be able to generate those letters. Okay. The and Cyborg, since we do have a couple of new people in here, do you guys know why it's important to also dispute with LexisNexis, Innovis, and LCI, and so on and so forth?
Because that's how you verify the information. I mean, that's how the credit bureaus verify the information.
Yes and no. So yes, that is true. But the second thing is, please understand that some of these other credit reporting agencies are owned by the major credit bureau, right?
Okay.
So when you're talking about the information is being fed from one credit reporting agency that gets it for instance, there is, I think, seven places, I believe, that your bankruptcy is held. So outside of Pacer, they're outside of the three major credit bureaus. There are other places that hold your bankruptcy record. So if you're only disputing your bankruptcy with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, but you go and you apply for something and they pull it through LexisNexis and LexisNexis has it, you've not disputed with LexisNexis, guess what happens? That information is still there. That creditor that pulled your information through LexisNexis is still going to have access to that information. Okay. So proactive, you want to not just do the major three, you want to do all of the subsidiary companies that also have access to that information as well.
And you can do that, send a text through Dispute Panda to all
Dispute Panda generate letters to some of them. So in these are the list that you see here in the flow guide are the major secondary credit reporting agencies that are out there. Let me be clear. Hands down, everybody has a LexisNexis profile. If you've been married, if you've been divorced, if you got into a fight, you got a little tussle, you got a little arrested for that one day, okay, they let you out the next day, you got a profile. If you have a driver's license, you have a profile. LexisNexis is who I call Big Brother in the sky. My 9 to 5 is an injury adjuster. I go to LexisNexis when y'all don't answer the phone. When no one decides to pick up the call when I'm calling your main number, I'm going to LexisNexis to track you down to see what number have you called back before, who's your related family, all of that information, guys. So there's a lot of information that's out there that's not just with the major credit bureaus. That's the answer I was looking for. Did my first round and no static letters generated. So you have to generate the static letters just like you generate your first round of letters. And I'll show you guys how to do it in a second. Okay. Now, we do have any questions on what I just covered? I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And if you guys have questions, there's space and room. No questions? All right. Let me go here. Okay. I don't see anything in the chat. So we do have a subscribe and save option. We've noticed that normally on average, what's being purchased is either a $20 bundle or a $60 bundle. So we decided if you purchase any one of those and you put it on auto pay, that instead of you getting $20, you get $30. Instead of getting $60, you get $90 for having that reoccurring. So that way, even if you're using Credit Dyno for the free round of letters, you can have the system mail the letters out for you. I've had people ask me all the time, do you use the mail? I will use the mail if I'm traveling. Because I do a power of attorney, I generate a power of attorney letter for my clients. It goes in all of my dispute rounds. I print, especially since my clients are in the state of Texas. It makes it a lot easier for me to do business with my clients because it's geotagged to my zip code, right? That does not mean that you can't use or you shouldn't use the actual system. You can if you are not a power of attorney. And again, if I'm traveling, I went to Jamaica in April, then I went to Vegas for CreditCon, and I still was working clients while I was out of town. I had the system mail the letters for me because I had already set it up to where they already knew the power of attorney went out, right? But that's just to be transparent. I do use the mailing system. My AP does not do power of attorney. She used the mailing system. She's not had an issue. Okay. If you need to reload, I want to point out that if you are on the subscribe and save plan and you put money in the bucket for you to purchase, it's not going to give you extra. It's only going to give you what you purchase because the subscribe and save is only for $20 or $60. The invoice tab allows you to see any outstanding invoices, see if you're paying for pro and any statements that you may have outstanding. The activity tab shows you the attacks that you selected per clients, any mailing information, as well as any attack credit. So remember earlier when I said when you go into the system will show you that the attacks are there. This is where you can go to verify that the attack was given to your clients accordingly. Okay. The integration tab is a pro feature. So to Mr. Mac's point, he says he has another CRM, another software that's housing his clients because he's doing funding. So he has them over there. If he wants to, every time he loads a client into that software, they automatically get loaded into this software. That is what Zapier will do for him. So he can have the systems speak to each other by leveraging that Zapier connection. And that's only compatible if you have the pro feature. So I've gone over all of the features on the dashboard, all of the settings. Any question before we load our test client in today? Let me know, let me know. Brandy, you good?
Yeah, I'm good
Okay.
for right now.
Awesome. Shatika, you're doing good? I want to do a pulse check, make sure we good. And if I said your name wrong, please forgive me. Charge it to my lips and not my heart, okay? Dex, are you good? Galaxy is here. Okay. So should we send a POA agreement document with the client dispute letters when we are mailing on their behalf? It depends on if that's how you're operating your business. So when I first started, I did not include a POA. I do include a POA now because I have it in my contract flow. Great question. Dex said that he's good.
Is it best practice to have a power of attorney?
I
know I use it with my funding clients when I get them
so I can say
Sure.
for me, I like a POA. I like a POA so I can see YOA myself. As you can see, like I use a lot of like when I have my meetings with my clients, I record them, right? I record them, I send them the transcripts, like they get the video. That's just an extra layer of protection for me. Also, I feel as though when you're sending the POA in, you don't get as many, like I don't really get stall letters from my clients, right? Because I have my POA. So, and if I have to get on the call and speak to a creditor or something of that nature, there's not a delay. I can get it done for my client and make sure I'm executing properly. Yeah. So that's how I like it. But it's not a requirement. Is it best practices? I don't really know. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I didn't start doing POAs until about a year ago. So prior to that, I was not doing POAs. I still did not get a lot of stall letters, but it has a lot to do with how I dispute, right? Okay, so including it with the letters when sending it to the credit reporting agencies. So yes, I personally include my power of attorney letter with the dispute letters to the credit reporting agencies. I don't necessarily send it off to the creditors. But if I have to make a call to the creditor, I will go ahead and fax that over right quick and in a hurry so that they know who I am. Great question. All right. Any other questions, guys? Yes, they love a stall letter, honey. They will stall just because it's a Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Okay. Now, before we load our test client in, I want to cover this proof of identification and proof of address, right? So as we are going through the process, one of the things that I want to tell you is that there are only two requirements, a proof of identification and a proof of address. As you are going through, if your client has moved from Kentucky to New Jersey, from New Jersey to Cali, from Cali to Connecticut, if their driver's license does not match where they are stating their current resident is, do not use a driver's license. I don't care if the driver's license has not expired yet. Do not use it. Okay. What I want you to do instead is to get something else on the list. Please be aware the Social Security card is optional. So if you're using the Social Security card as your proof of identification, you do not need to use your ID. You can go on to proof of address by using a bank statement, a lease, a W-2 form, a cell phone bill. If you are utilizing a residential bill, best practices, get an updated bill every 60 to 90 days. Okay, guys? Because again, to Miss Victoria's point, they love to stall you. All right? So that's something that you want to avoid. So if you're using the identification, if the driver's license is in a state other than where the client is, please move on to something else. I have used passports before. I've used marriage certificates before. I've used birth certificates. Okay, you can use something else as proof of identification. If you guys need this, let me know. It is also, oh, sidebar. I stole this because Dominique had gave me one, but yeah, I'm not that tech savvy, so I did something and wiped everything off my computer. So I did a screen grab off of the training video. So this is actually in any of the training videos that has to do with a tax. You'll be able to see it. So now we are going to load our test client in. Now, best practice, guys, we don't need their middle name. We need their first name and their last name. If they are a junior, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and they actively use it, meaning when they apply for items, they're putting the third, the fifth, then, or like Usha, the fifth. If they're putting that in there, then by all means, you can go ahead and utilize it. Okay. But for best practice, the only thing that is needed is what you see starred. First name, last name. Okay. Red rum. I think no. All right. And as you guys can see, I'm going to put in the phone number that I put in from before into the system. You're going to put the last four of the social security number. You want to make sure everything on here is accurate because this is going to pull the information that is actually in the, that's going to be generated on the letter for your clients. Okay. So if they have a suite, a unit, a floor, a level number, you want to put that under street address. Everything else you're wanting to put it put in its designated box. Now, you're going to put the date of birth in. Now, if you had the pro, you would click this box and it will automatically send an invitation for the Safe Client Access portal to your client for them to click, log in, and do all of the things, okay? If you do not, you just simply understand it's not going to send the information off. You're just going to hit save and it's going to take you to the next screen. Any questions on what we just did? Any questions? Hey, Jack.
Hey.
What you got?
Oh, I accidentally hit the button.
Gotcha. Okay. I love me some Jack. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. So with that being said, oh, the comment in the chat, and because of the high level of identity theft, yes, there's a lot of identity theft that has gone on. There's a lot of breach that has gone on as well, and that's a good avenue for you to help your clients with too.
Yeah,
What you got, Mr.
I have
Matt?
a question, Rachel. Oh, yeah. So, just to verify for proof of identification, they need ID, social together, and proof of address and optional. Nothing need to be an optional, correct?
So the identification, if they
Oh, I
have a
screenshotted that.
valid
Gotcha.
driver's license, that's all you need. You don't need the social security card. It's optional if their driver's license is valid.
Okay.
And when I say
okay,
valid, I want to clarify. Valid means it has the current address. So if they live at 1414 Mockingbird Lane and that address is on the driver's license, then you have the proof of identification. The next thing you just move on to is proof of address.
Proof of address. All right. Good deal. Thank you. So the proof of address and the driver license got to match. All right.
Got it.
Good deal.
If the driver's license doesn't, that's when you go
What
on
about
to a
the
social security card
Okay,
or a
got you.
passport.
So okay, so if a person who don't have a driver license got a passport and they got the passport don't got the address, but the proof of address is let's say a phone bill, a pay stub, they have to present like a social security card with the
No, I need you to
with the
stay
passport.
focused, my love. I need you to stay focused.
Okay.
If you're using the passport, you don't need anything else. The passport
Okay,
is
good
the
deal.
proof of identification. Then you're going to give them a proof of address. So if you're using the passport and the
I'm sorry.
paycheck stub, you've met all the requirements.
Okay,
You
good deal.
don't have to give the social security card. The social security card is optional.
All right, thank you.
Okay, great questions. Great questions. All right. Any other questions, my loves? Janae, you got any questions? No. Okay, so we're going to grab and we are going to drop because I'm a grab and dropper, y'all. If the clients go ahead and they, for whatever reason, have it really big, like they'll put it on like a piece of paper, y'all, and it'll be like a whole big. No, we got to cut down. Okay, we saving trees over here. We saving ink over here. We ain't got time for that. Okay, so what we're going to do is crop and save. Let me show you what I mean in a little bit more detail. So we grabbed this bill. Okay, they done gave me this bill. Now they know they laid on this bill. Okay, they laid on the bill. Why would I send this off for them? I'm not. We're going to crop it all the way down to just the pieces of information that is needed. What is needed? The date, the address. That is it. That is all. That is what we're going to crop down to, and that's what we're going to give. Y'all do not upload a past due bill because we're already telling the company that this person has good behavior, and the very first supporting document we giving them is a past due notice. Like, come on, somebody, please be still with my heart, okay? If you have the social security card, again, it is optional. The only thing that is required to go to the next step are the proof of identity and the proof of address. If you have the social security card, it is optional to add. Okay. Question in the chat. So, quick question. When I go on YouTube to watch this from the beginning, how do I reach you when I have additional questions? Oh, that's a great question. So, I could drop my appointment link. Hang on one second. One question. There you go. I do like to be transparent. This is free. If we talk outside of this or outside of an open workroom that I create, there is a fee that is attached. So I like to be transparent so nobody is like, well, this charges. Yeah. Yep. I'm in big business. So we're going to make sure you in big business. There is a fee that's attached. If you guys do it, when I drop an open workroom, you can dip and do. Mr. Max says, what all you offer? Are you talking about me, Mr. Max?
Yes, what all do you offer?
Oh,
Yeah.
I do coaching. I do mentorship. I actually have different tiers of coaching that's currently available. I do have 2 students that are actually going to be on my TV show that's coming up. So we're going to be talking about how they broke through, what they did, all of those good things. But organically, I just support, if we're talking about credit repair, I support my ideal customers are first time home buyers and divorcees because I understand what that looks like as an individual. And that's who I like to kind of cater my conversations to. I offer funding as well, business funding and coaching. Yeah, that's all I do right now. I also have a magazine. I do a lot of stuff, chat. I'll be sitting here acting like that's all I do now. I also have, I also have a magazine. But yeah, ideally, when it comes to credit, my main focus is to help first-time home buyers and divorcees get back on track with their financial goals. And as it pertains to like my coaching platform, my goal is to help you guys be a beast in the credit streets just like them. So I'm gonna give you guys tools. I'm gonna give you guys different tactics. And I hold classes twice a month that kind of goes over it. Don't tell her I told y'all the next open workshop is it. You just drop the next open workshop is July 20th. And she did just tell y'all. You might as well share the link since you telling everybody. You don't have the link? Let me grab the link, y'all. Hold on. Is it July 20th? Yes, hold on. I mean, the other one is. It is. Okay, hold on. Let me copy the link.
Yes, share the link, girl. Please share the link.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Give me 2 seconds on stick. Hold on. Cause she just said, don't let me. This is why you don't hire family. This right here. That was the best decision she ever made. Hold on, y'all. Let me delete some stuff over here. Christ, auntie. Listen here, you the one that didn't have it accessible, so this is your fault. Now you done told everybody. Now I gotta get the link. How far back I gotta go to our messages to get it? Listen, you need to be. You need to do better. You need to do better. She killed me, y'all. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to grab it for y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh, you don't need that. No. You see how she do me? You see how she do me, y'all? Don't get no children in your house, okay? There you go. That's the link for the next workroom class, y'all. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, it is at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, where you can come in, be in the room. You can bring files, bring questions, and it's no charge at all. Any other questions before we dive in?
Also, can you drop the link to?
Say that one more time for me. Can I drop my link
Yes,
to what,
can you drop the
Victoria?
link to the POA contract? I
That's
can't
only in
seem to
my
find it. I
mentorship
think I'm
group.
having some technical difficulties.
No problem. That contract is only in my mentorship group. I don't share that outside of my mentorship group.
Oh, I thought you said if we needed one that you were
I
gonna drop
dropped
a
the
link.
sample contract in the chat. Did you
that's
not
what I was
see that
talking
contract?
about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was talking about. I didn't see it.
No problem. I'll drop it again for you. No problem. I just dropped it. So if you want the sample contract, it is right there for you to grab and go. Any other questions, guys?
Oh, I'm learning a lot
Thank
based off the credit,
you
but I'm
so
learning
much.
also. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Somebody else was speaking. Oh no, I'm just learning that certain information that I should say that's proprietary information I don't charge for, but I see that I should now because I do have like coaching that I coach in certain areas and I don't know what's proprietary versus what is free, but that does make sense to give out some type of form of contract, but don't give all of your gems out. It's keep it to like your mentor, like your mentor clients, like your membership and stuff like that. That does make sense though. I'm
Yeah.
just incorporating it into my business because I just, be giving out stuff like, oh man, I'll take care of it. Because I know people ain't gonna do it anyways, but if they pay to play, they'll pay, they'll do it.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I give free class. First of all, I give a lot away. My niece yells at me all the time. She's like, "Get off! You're done. Be over." Like you said goodbye 5 times. I know, but wait. They asked the question. Let me give. I do believe in pouring in, and as long as I'm here, guys, you guys can ask as many questions as you can. I will answer as much as I can. However, what I do think that we need to structurally do as business owners is not everything has to be quantifiable. You want to give as many gems as possible, but you also want to have something that if someone books you, they're still getting something worth it. Because if I could get everything for free, then am I paying for you to be my implementation coach? And then what does that look like, right? So the workrooms are for people to be able to implement what they learned. That is the goal of the workroom for us to be able to do that. But the classes are for you to learn it and then figure out how we're going to be able to push it, right? So you want to create balance of both. You definitely want to, for me, my information that I give away is still fire. It's still gems. Like you still want to drop gems. One of the people that I follow is Nehemiah Davis. Dominique Brown is one of my amazing mentors. And one of the things that both of them have said over and over again is giving away fire content is wonderful, but you also need to figure out how to monetize that on the back end. So yes, give away some stuff for free, but what are you holding back? So like when people book a call with me, if they book a one-on-one call with me, they do get like my letter. Like they get my personal information letter. They get my stall response letter, like my letter that I send out before I even do anything. They're getting that when they leave the call after we've dissected what they need to do with that client, right? So you want to have something that you can gift and then some things that you are quantifiably like this is the next building block to that free gift. Does that make sense?
No, most definitely. Yep.
Love it. Brandy, I think you were up next. What questions do you have, Miss Brandy? Brandy.
Trouble even getting like creating an account. And I think it may be like a tech support type thing. I'm not too sure, but is there like a help desk or a certain email or someone that could assist with this? Because I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, what's happening?
Basically, it's like the sign up now. The button is kind of grayed out. When I hit it, it's not doing anything. And it says that there's, let me see,
Are you on Safari or Chrome?
Safari.
Switch to Chrome.
Not.
Switch to Chrome, and if you're having an issue, you can click the contact tab and you can put in the contact tab the issue that you're having right now.
Okay. And is there an app for Dispute Panda?
Not at this present time.
Okay. Well, I will download Chrome real quick and switch to it and see if
No problem. No problem. Great question. Great question. Let me know if Chrome's working. Can you email that link? I can't copy. What link, my love? What link you talking about? Katrina, the Zoom link. The Zoom link is you're in the Facebook group, Katrina. You can literally the link is already in the Facebook group and you get it emailed to you. So you don't have to worry about it. You gonna have that information already.
Yeah, because it's not working for me. I clicked it and I copied and pasted it, and it opens up another window with Zoom, and it makes me click like join meeting, and then it says Safari can't, something with the link being broke or
Wait, so
something.
are you talking about the link that I dropped in the chat for Zoom?
Yeah, the one that's attached for the sample contract that you sent. None of the links that I'm using
Oh,
are
wait. So you're
working.
saying that when you click, so the sample contract is a PDF.
Right, but when I kind of figured that, but when
Uh-huh.
I click on it in the chat and even copy, like highlight it to select it and just open the link, it's giving me a hard time. I don't
It's
even know.
supposed to have a, can you see my chat right now? Can you look at, oh, you can't see my chat. Okay. If you go to the chat, there should be a button for you to download it. There should be a little arrow when you hover over the sample contract for you to be able
Mhm.
to click it and download it. If you're having an issue, just send me an email.
Mhm.
Hold on.
Oh, you know why? I think I know why, because I'm actually on Zoom in the browser this time and not in the app. So it's not letting me just download it like it
Okay.
does in the app.
Okay. And if you're clicking on the Zoom link, it's not going to take you anywhere on the Zoom link only because it's not till Saturday. So just in case, you can copy the link, but it shouldn't take you anywhere because I'm not having it open right now. Hold on. I think I missed some questions. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you guys are having an issue with downloading the contract, just send me a message. I just put my email in the chat. Just send me a message with the subject line saying contract or whatever it is that you're needing, and I'll email it out to you by the end of business tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. My
So dope.
pleasure. Katrina don't need the link. See how Trina starting problems? Okay. In the same state, but I moved to a different city in the state. Should I use my license? No. If the address is not your current address that's on your driver's license, use something else. Dex. Use something else. The point, remember, I'm talking about for your credit profile is you're wanting to look fundable. One name, one address, one social security number, one date of birth. You're wanting 1111111. That is the end goal of what you're wanting to do. So if you're sending a driver's license that says that you live on Sherman Street, but a bill that says that you live on Howard Street, even if it's in the same state, you're causing confusion. And then if one of the methods is to remove outdated addresses, but you're confirming that outdated address, you're causing havoc through the process. So you do not want to use that identification at all. Move on to something else. Social security card, passport, divorce paperwork, paycheck stub. Move on to something else. Great question. Great question. I sent off my dispute letters and did it certified mail. the next round that you do, just send out your personal information and make sure that you just include that one ID, that one piece of verifying information. You can't retract what's already been sent out, right? But you can fix it moving forward. Great question. Y'all are on fire today. Hold on. Did everyone get my email address or did... Okay, I think everyone did. Great question. My pleasure, Dex. My pleasure. Any other questions before we move on to the magical, mystical importing of the credit report? All right. So if you guys are using Identity IQ or My Score IQ, you would go to My Score IQ, get the credit report, download it, and then drag and drop the file here or click the option to get the report, right? But with Credit Dino, you don't have to do that. And you can update the credit score here every single month. You don't have to worry about any issues. So what you would do if you're using any of the other credit monitoring softwares, you have to physically log into that platform. You have to refresh the credit report, pull it in, drop it, and then go through the disputing process. With Credit Dino, you do not have to do that at all. So you would come here, you would drop the username and password. The green button is going to link in once you have it in here. If this is month 1, you're clicking on the one-click import. If it's month 2, you're going to click on the updated option, okay? So since it's month 1, I'm going to click on the one-click import. The client's profile is going to be pulled in as long as my test client paid her bill. Pay her bill, pay her bill. It is going to say on the screen, thank you for using Credit Dino. You've just earned 1 free attack. I don't have to do nothing. Okay? I want to point out that the free attack is only every 35 days. So if you pull it on day 30, if you pull it on day 31, 2, 3, 4, you will not get a free round of attack. You have to wait till after 30 days. Okay, guys? You have to wait. So now you'll see that the dispute option is now open. Before I can attack it, I have to tell the system what I'm attacking. So if your client has inquiries, it's going to show here. If your client has public records such as judgments, repos, any kind of liens that could be in the system, it would show in this area. This client doesn't have it. And then any accounts that's impacting your client's score will be accessible here for you to view. Okay, the system is going to automatically select anything that is creating harm. Now, I know that you guys see this little yellow icon. The reason why it's there is because when the system was originally created, there was not the version that we are using is the free version, Katrina. It looks exactly the same whether it's free or it's pro. It's exactly the same. Okay. So when you're utilizing the software, this yellow icon is because this account has a late payment. And before, when the system first came out, we did not have verbiage for late payments. We only had verbiage for removals. This is incorrect. You need to remove, you need to delete, you need to take off, right? However, now there is late payment verbiage in the system. So if you're wanting to support your clients, you can click on this eye icon. It will take you into the platform. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what my consultation conversation kind of sounds like. So I would look at the client's account. I will see when was the account open. Now, again, Credit Dino gives me the full 7-year history as long as it's being reported on the credit report for the client. So I can see as far back as when the account was originally reported, as long as that information has been fed into the system for my client. So in this particular case, this client has late payments back in 2019. Okay. So with this client having information from 2019 that was late, is this impacting his scores? No, his numbers are not being impacted from this 2019 because it's been over 24 months. However, I can still choose to select this option because this late payment is registering under Experian and only Experian. So I can generate, what I would do is close out of the box. and I would just click Experian, and that way it will generate a late payment letter for me only for Experian for this particular client. Okay. Now, let's say I'm having a conversation with a client. One of the things that I break down are the 5 components for the FICO score. The number one and heaviest weighted portion of the FICO score is your payment history. That's worth roughly 192.5 points. Okay. If my client is not at 100%, they're not getting that 192.5. You can't get more. So like those of y'all that are like me that were A plus 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 students, okay, nah boo. 192.5 is the max you're ever going to get. So if I look at my client's profile and I'm seeing that they are not at 100%, that is the conversation we're having. We need to set up auto pay. We need to make sure that you are not late. I'm also educating them on what is late for the credit bureau versus what is late in our aspect, right? So for the actual creditor, Capital One says you owe me on the 5th, you're late on the 6th, right? The credit bureau says you're not late until you're 30 days past due. So as long as you don't fall, and this is my best practice, if you're robbing pizza to pay Paul, you need to rob pizza, pay Paul on day 28. Because on day 29, you're running the risk, depending on what that cutoff time is for that particular creditor, that if that cutoff time is 2 o'clock and you don't pay to 4 o'clock, then your payment's not getting processed till the 30th day. And depending on the cycling, and Capital One is good for reporting late when you really have not been, right? So you want to be proactive and educate your client in that. Maximum point that you can get in payment history is 192.5. The next thing that I love about this platform is that it gives you the account health. So it tells you what is the credit limit, what are they using. So now that is worth 165 points. That's 30% of your overall score. Okay. So just those 2 areas, we have 100 points. 65 of it is, do you pay on time? How much are you using? Best practices, if you're wanting to be in the 700 club, your utilization on your credit cards, it needs to be at 20% or lower. If you're wanting to be in the 800 club, your utilization needs to be at 10% or lower, on top of you meeting all the other requirements, right? But this is kind of what the conversation would look like when I'm having a conversation with the client. So you're going to hit X right here. Now, for you guys that are seasoned credit repair professionals, okay, if you have dedicated letters that work for late payments, like you're like, I've used this before, I know I'm good, okay, I know I'm good, you have the ability to go ahead and check. Ooh, sorry, y'all. You have the ability to go ahead and check this box, and you can go ahead and put in, code 50, US 15 code, whatever, that's segmented to late payments. Once you put that code into the system, you can literally save it. Code 1563, whatever. You can hit use template, and the system will generate that specific letter for that creditor only. So if you have late payment letters, if you have a 1099 letter, if you have a charge-off letter that you've used before, or you have template letters that you want to leverage, you can go ahead and plug it into the system here. You also have the ability to save it if you want to use it again in the future. Okay, I'm going to remove that. Any questions on what we've covered so far before I get into inquiries?
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure, how can I answer?
So, yeah, you said something about one of the U.S. codes. So, do the system generate those letters, or we have, if we know some about, certain codes, we just have to implement it ourselves?
If you have, okay, I want to make sure I answer the question. So, are you asking, does the system use the codes?
Correct. To generate
The
for
answer
us.
to the question is the letters that are created do, depending on what the letter formats are, do have the codes that are associated for the verbiage that needs to be in there. If you are using your own letters, like for instance, I have my own charge-off letters that I've used. I know it's successful when it comes to certain vendors. When I get to a certain round of disputes, I can put my own letters in there that has the coding, the actual US 15 code that is applicable for that particular account. So if I'm putting my letter in there and I'm using a code, I have to generate the code myself. If you're allowing the system to generate it, it's automatically going to pull whatever you need. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah. Great question. Any other questions? Nope.
Oh no, no, thank you.
Okay.
I got a question. How do you set out the static letters? Is that for pro only?
No, static letters are not for pro only. Static letters, after you do this dispute, you would go back into the same letter sequence and you would select the static letter. So if you give me 1 second, we'll show you that in the next screen. Great question. Katrina, I done showed that 5 times. I know you ain't missed it 5 times, Trina. Trina out here going through the now like loyalty tax. I got you. I got you. All right. So any other questions before I talk about inquiries? I want to make sure I cover everyone. Any questions? Cool. Inquiries are very important, guys. Here is best practice. If you are disputing inquiries, I need you to make sure that the inquiry is not attached to an open and active credit card. Say that again. If you are doing disputes and you are going to go ahead and dispute inquiries, you have to make it your business that you do not include any open and active credit card. So we already know with this client that they have a Capital One card. I am not going to dispute the Capital One inquiries because I run the risk of Capital One shutting that card down. Now, if it is a mortgage, if it is an auto loan, anything else, I have no problem with disputing it accordingly. Okay. But best practice is you're never going to hit the check button, so it never prints it out on the letter for you. If you want to confirm if an inquiry is attached to an open and active account, y'all can scroll, but y'all know I like shortcuts. So if you are on a Windows computer, you're doing Control F. If you are on a Mac computer, you're doing Command F. You would grab the actual information. You will go ahead and put it in the search bar, and then you're going to press enter if it has multiple. So for instance, let me use Capital One as an example. Capital One, because we know she has one. It says that there are seven places where Capital One shows up. So you can go ahead and toggle through and see if it's open. As you can see, they're open accounts. So I'm never going to dispute Capital One as an inquiry for my client for best practice. Now, if there is a Capital One auto, that I will dispute, even if they have an account with Capital One auto, because they're not going to come and repossess the car, right? They're not going to come and take the house. But you want to make sure that you're covering your client's back and you're doing no harm. Once you've gone through all of the inquiries, you're going to hit save filter, and now you're able to go through the attack flow. Okay? The first thing that you're going to do, if you're picking a flow, you're going to pick the letter. So when it says account attack name, that is the letter that you're choosing. The account variation, which is how aggressive is it going to be, supreme boosted or just a regular letter. If you have the pro and you have credit dyno, you're going to be able to go ahead and generate creditor letters as well. Then you would come back in the system, generate static letters. You have the ability to do handwritten. That means that the system is going to select from 10 different handwritten fonts for your clients. And this round is not a CFPB complaint. It goes out standard mail. It does not have to be in colored, but you do want to print it single-sided. So you go back to the system. We're going to do select Punch Your Fury. Click the box for handwritten. If you have the pro, you would just click here and click pro. You're going to click Supreme Boosted, and you're going to type in Start Round. Okay, you're going to type in Confirm. You're going to hit Start Round, and it's going to generate the round of letters for the credit bureaus. Now, for the static letters, you're going to come back into Start New Round. You're going to scroll down to static letters. If it's round 1, you're going to hit handwritten letters. You're going to scroll down just for best practice because the system jumps. You're going to hit Factor Trust, Microtel, DataX, Clarity, Fredco, ARS, LCI, Innovis, and LexisNexis. If you already know that your client does not have an account with ARS, you just don't check that box. That way that letter is never generated. You don't have to worry about it at all. If you have $1 in the account, you would hit start round and the system will generate the letter for you for the static letters. Since I don't have no money, it told me go sit down. That's what it said, go sit down. Go lay down. That's what it told me. Okay, but I've literally just completed a round. The system is registering that I'm done. I have to either download the letters or click this option to mail the letters out. Once I click mail out, I can choose to switch it from first class mail to certified mail. I can choose to go from double-sided to single-sided. I can choose it to be colored or non-colored. But whatever you're choosing, please understand that you have to make sure that you have the funds in there for the system to mail it out for you. If you do not, I want you to understand that the system is registering that you downloaded the letters. So if you look right now, the system is telling me I've downloaded the letters. So you have to click the button to download the letters in the system. Okay? Let me go back to client. Let me go back to me. Katrina, did you have any questions about the static letters now? You saw it? You good to go? Let me know.
Yeah, what I do is download it in PDF.
Next time, no. Next time. You can forget about it.
Because that's the only conversion option for it.
I mean, not PDF. I mean, a zip file. I'm sorry.
Oh, because it's so many letters, they have to compress it so that it can download for you.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I did my first round today. That's why. Today I did my first round, so I want to make sure I did everything right. So, yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Trina, in the club, Panda. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Okay. So as you can see, some of the letters do have the codings on it. So if you have an issue, like for instance, you want to do a debt validation letter, the coding is involved in the letter. If you're doing a cease and desist or refusal to pay, the coding is in that specific letter. So there are a lot of letters that are located under the static tab, including a stall letter. So if you have sent out a round of disputes, this is the code that says, you know, hey, by law, you can't ignore my dispute request, whether you think it's from me or a third party company. It doesn't matter. You have to answer, right? So that information is here. So if your client or yourself gets a stall letter, you can come in here and send it out. Best practice is you want to get that stall letter out within like a day or two from when you receive that stall notification. Okay. And the system can do that for you. Well, let me clarify. The system can generate the letters for you. If you are on the Pro, you have the ability to actually download the actual dispute letter and click the stall letter and have both of the letters generated at the same time. So it'll print out everything for all of the credit bureaus that gave you a stall. So if all three of them gave it to you, you could just download all three of the disputes, put it in the system, and it'll print out for you already. When I download the credit letters, it only showed the envelope. Forward me your zip file so that I can see what you're talking about, because normally in the zip file there is specific letters for the creditors as well. I can't show you guys because it's client's private information, but normally it's there. So either bring the file with you. As a matter of fact, I'll send you a link tomorrow because I'll be working client files. If you want to come in the room and show me, you can do that. Oh, wait, this is iPhone. I'm so sorry. iPhone. I thought that was Katrina. Please forgive me. iPhone, if you're having a problem, my recommendation is normally in the zip file, it has the information in it that has the creditor. If you're not seeing it, send a message to info@disputepanda.com so that and then also include the zip file so they can see what the error is, because I've never experienced that before. I always get the creditor letters and I get the envelopes as well. And it's separated. So I want to make sure that we're clear. Normally you get the creditors and then you get the letters in a separate download. In a separate tab, not a separate download. My apologies. So if you're having an issue, if you want to stay on and share your screen after everyone's gone, you can do that as well. I have no problem to do that. Any other questions, guys? Oh, the history tab. So the history tab is where you can see what you've already sent out. The letters, the previous credit report, the credit scores, and what the changes look like. Oh, her credit score went up. Let's go. I'm finna call her. Sorry. after, if you have the pro, you have an option here that says update in between history and invoice. And that way you can see exactly what got deleted, what was removed, why the score has changed. The invoice tab is, of course, where you can get the invoices, or you can see the invoice for your clients. And the client note tab is, I use it like if I send a letter out for Pacer, if I send something out to Pacer, if my client doesn't have an account with like LCI or ARS, so that way I know don't even generate a letter to them, because it's going to be a waste of ink, right, for that to happen. So I leave those kind of notes in the system for me. Also, guys, you can see where there's a free attack that's been given over on the side here, but we have literally signed up for an account. We've signed up for an account. We've loaded someone in. We've created a dispute letter with absolutely positively no dollars and no cents. What questions or concerns do you guys have? Why is this looking like that? Oh, there we go. I would need to look at the zip file. Yes, look in the zip file because it could be their iPhone too. Sorry. Any questions, concerns, or comments, guys? All hearts and minds are clear. All right, loyalty tax, you're good. Sakita, are you good? Mr. Mac, you good? Katrina, Victoria, Dex.
I'm
Anybody
good.
has
You
any
must trying to
questions?
leave us.
Huh?
You must trying to leave us.
Oh, I'm done. Unless y'all got questions. Raquel done came, she saw, she ate, you know,
Oh
she
yeah,
did all the things.
I don't got no more questions.
Can
I
I
know
still?
that's right. I'm good, thank you. I'm watching
My
it over on
pleasure.
YouTube, so
I need
Mr.
a
yes,
Max,
charger,
I
but
ain't
I
got no
need
more
one. What are
questions.
y'all there in the car? I'm on 5%. I need a charger right now. I can't stop. I need a charger. Oh damn.
Hey, we'll still be. I'm not gonna hang up. I promise. Okay. Can I still send static even though I screwed up the license? Yes, because the static letters are sent separately, so you don't have, and you didn't screw up. We're just gonna adjust moving forward. You don't know what you don't know, right? So you're fine. You could still print out the static letters. All you would do is not include your ID. You would include something else. So you want to go into the system and make sure you take that ID out, since you already know now that it's not showing the right address on the system for you. You're good, Dex. No worries. Yay. Heart. My daughter does this all the time. Right, Janae? Heart. Any other questions, guys? Do, 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 do. All hearts and minds are clear. my 6-year-old's who I was snapping at because he was trying to come in the room. And he just finished up the Jeopardy song. Okay. I was following a guy named Dave that I saw on YouTube. Yep, Dave is the homie. Okay, he's amazing. He is on YouTube. I said I was gonna get in these YouTube streets and dip and do. Okay. I'm trying, y'all. But he is amazing at what he does, and he has really been an amazing promoter with the Dispute Panda platform. Totally. Oh, well, you can follow me, child. I'll be out here in these streets. I'll be out here in these streets, honey. Follow us both. I love me some Dave. Amazing. All right. Y'all got any other questions before I let y'all be great? Thank you for signing up. You will get emails. We are switching some systems around. So like I said, guys, with any changes, you will get some updates. Other than that, I am going to let y'all be. Oh, you got it already. Awesome. I love that. I love that. And any feedback. So my mentorship is very open. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys what you need. If it's something that is not in there that you're like, hey, can you add this? If it's something I can add at the pricing point that we have, I will. I roll it in. I make sure that you guys have accessibility to it. I try to give y'all access to replays and all of the good things. So let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or comments. We are here to help. But other than that, it's about to be 10 o'clock where I'm at, which means if y'all are East Coast folks, it's about to be 11, 11. All right. I'm going to go upstairs and stalk my husband. Thank you guys for being so great. If you have no other questions, I will catch y'all on the flip side. I'm back here on Wednesday. For the pro people, I'm here on Thursday. And I want to say thank you for being so amazing. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.